everybody! Happy Friday! We've made it to the weekend, and no better way to glide us right on into our happy hour and to the weekend than with Jeremy Lyon, aka King Dream. How we doing?
Oh, good. How you doing?
Doing great. Long time
I'm
no
in an echo
see.
chamber. Yeah, since last summer.
Jeez, what have you
Where
been
does
up
the time
to?
go?
I don't know. I saw someone posted. They were like, I'm really realizing that time flies when you do absolutely nothing and you're sad. And it's so true. It's been a crazy year almost.
Yeah.
I'm still like not past the fact that like March of last year happened, and now we're looking ahead to this March, and it's like, oh boy. But
What is time?
I know. I really don't know. But speaking of time, you very recently, this month, put out a new release of some music.
Yeah, it's called Return to Zero. Today's kind of the official single drop day. It was on Bandcamp for Bandcamp Friday last week, and then it's now available everywhere on the internet. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Napster, you just click all the digital distributors. Click that box, yeah.
I think we're linking a bunch of stuff that's correlated to all of your past releases and your new release. And it's crazy because I was just chatting with Graham on Wednesday.
And he's on this track, yeah. He produced the King Dream album, and then he did the string section for Return to Zero, which kind of makes the song. That's like the big drop. The drums come in. And we actually recorded that song all remotely over Zoom and Audio Movers. It was like it's a true quarantine recording process. Yeah.
I love it.
You can actually watch the whole, you could hear the song in 3 minutes, or you could watch an 8-hour documentary making of the track. It's all on Twitch and YouTube. Scott McDowell at Hyde Street kind of figured out how we could all sort of produce a track, in real time, but while sheltering in place.
Wait, so where can people find that? On YouTube?
It's on, Twitch? The Wally's Hideout YouTube and Twitch pages should both
Heck yeah.
have the whole video. Yeah, that's kind of the director's cut, just 8 hours of making a song.
So, I mean, if you need to entertain yourself, if you need some wine while you do it, go to jamcellars.com/buy, get some wine, sit down on a comfortable couch or chair, and then pull this 8-hour documentary up and just have a blast. And then if they want to find any other updates, do they find King Dream on Instagram? What's most posted on Facebook or?
I'm probably like an Instagram one, Facebook two. I mean, follow me on Twitter, but it's usually just whatever I post on Instagram, I share to Twitter too. So
just at King Dream Music, right?
At King Dream Music, that's it. Yeah, all of them.
Well, I am stoked to hear Return to Zero.
Thanks. Yeah, here it is. I got my little drum machine going too, and I've got some reverb. So this is my single release party. Thanks for having me. Here we go. Golden anchors in my review mirror. No matter where I go, I could never leave you. California, square one, full circle, deja vu. I return to you. old and new. In a half life, I've turned to zero. Square one, full circle, deja vu. I return to you, old and new. Waves of dew.
Woo! Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
To everyone that just tuned in for today's Jam Happy Hour, thank you, first of all, for tuning in and joining myself and Jeremy. And what you were just listening to is now out everywhere on all the major platforms. And
Oh, it feels good. It feels good to have it out in the world.
Return to Zero. To the person who invented Zero, thanks for nothing.
It's, it's the reset. It is. It's nice. Yeah, I got that title. There, I got this Tascam 388. It's like an old quarter-inch tape machine. But I mean,
That was a
most
sip,
of
by the way.
It's so that track was not actually recorded on it, but there's probably a song I'll play later on that I've done on it. I use it for demos, and it's fun to record with friends on it too. When that's a thing. But yeah, it helps you just get back to the beginning. You can set where that beginning is for you.
Mm-hmm. That was a joke, by the way, Jeremy.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's a sip. Actually, take two.
Is that
at
two
this
for
point?
me?
Yeah.
I'm still waking up. I was up late recording songs for Graham for that record he's been producing, that Sean McCabe record.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take another sip because cheers to, I was saying this during my show with Graham, but cheers to Sean.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, he's amazing dude.
Okay, so Return to Zero, didn't it start with Southeast Asia and a trip to there?
Yeah. Yeah, it started, actually, I was thinking about it more. That bridge actually I had for about 5 years. I've written that song took years to write, but I was pretty much stoned whenever I was writing it. So that's kind of a unifying theme on it.
I love it.
But yeah, we wrote it. I got most of it in Thailand. I was there with my dad a couple years ago. My dad actually smokes a lot of weed. And he was pretty quick to find where you could get weed in Thailand. I was pretty impressed. So yeah, we just chill on the beach and smoke some weed, and then I'd go play guitar. And I had a little Volca drum machine, this guy, and I'd just be making hyphy beats on it.
Yes.
I think I got it here too. Let's see. It's got a pretty. This is kind of slower, but once you just doing stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
just like getting in that space.
Were you guys in Thailand because there's all sorts of places in Thailand? Like, were you in a more beachy setting?
Yeah, we were
or...
beachy. We were just in
Nice.
Phuket. We just kind of chilled. Yeah, have you been?
No, I haven't. I've had so many friends go to Phuket specifically.
Yeah.
They go and they're like, "Oh, Phuket," and I'm just quoting what they said.
Yeah.
But most of them, they would like rent the motorcycles or the two-wheeler, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But they would ride around and just having so much fun, and the food they just said was amazing, and everyone is really hospitable and just a great time.
People were super nice. I got some like custom suits that you can get, like custom tailored suits for like pretty cheap over there.
Did you hear
my touristy thing I did? That was...
So like you and your dad, you're just like getting high and roaming around. That sounds like
pretty much
good time.
Yeah, and just chilling on the beach. Yeah.
Did you hear about the cow that gambled over weed?
No.
It was a high stakes game.
Oh my god. All right, I'm drinking on that one.
What are you drinking, by the way?
Oh, I got this butter Chardonnay that you guys very kindly sent me. Here, check it out. I chilled it last night in preparation.
Smart man.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's get it in the shot here.
Heck yes.
And
I've got
delicious.
some behind me here. So you
nice.
got.
Oh yeah, you're stocked up. Ready for quarantine.
Right. Well, to anyone watching, if you would like your butter or any of our other easy to love wines delivered to your door, just like Jeremy here got his delivered, you can go to our website. You can use the Drizzly app, which will actually give you our products in an hour or less, which is crazy. And then we also have the tool, the Wine Finder, on our website, which if you're looking to venture out to your local supermarket or liquor mart, etc., then you can just type in your zip code and it'll pop up all the options nearest to you where you can find our products. And of course, today is Friday. We are entering the weekend. And with that being said, if you're feeling tipsy today, I have more jokes that have yet to come. And with the jokes come sips. And with the sips, your supply of wine is dwindling. So if you need to restock any of your wines, then definitely get some of our wines from the links posted. And in addition to that, with becoming a little bit more tipsy over the course of this hour, venture over to the virtual tip jar that we've got for King Dream. Is it PayPal or Venmo, or what do you use?
Both. Yeah.
Both.
PayPal.me/King Dream Music. I got like a custom one on there, and then my Venmo's, I think, at Jeremy-Lion-1.
Sweet. There you have it, people. Drop a buck or two or what have you. This is our version of a concert right now, and I appreciate you, Jeremy, and it's great to chat with you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you again. And I want to also just say thanks for like keeping these happy hours going like so frequently. I feel like I haven't actually done a live stream like this in a while, because like I feel like early quarantine there was a lot of these, and then it kind of like slowed down, and you guys have been staying strong, and like having like all my favorite artists on here. Even just this week, Don Cat and Whisker Man.
Yes,
those are like,
we got to get Rainbow Girls back
shit.
though.
I know.
Pretty soon.
I know. Yeah, yeah. They're busy girls. They're be hard to pin down.
They're so great. Love them.
Yeah, they're the best.
All right. So, how do you feel, Jeremy, about doing maybe 2 King Dream songs?
Hey, a twofer, huh?
A twofer.
Yeah. I'm ready. Actually, this is another. I'm like trying to play some new stuff from what I did last time. So
Sweet.
This is another one I kind of wrote at the beginning of COVID, and it's called The Wild Card, and it's kind of more like a stream of conscious one of just like all this actually kind of pre-COVID stress, but now. Yeah, we actually recorded this one all remotely as well, and so this should be coming out hopefully next month. My buddy's doing a lyric video for it, so we should have a little verb here. Yeah, nope. What about this one? Check. Huh? There it is. Oh, yep, there it also is. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, it's called The Wild Card. Staring at your phone screen, borderline lonely. Long drive, short set, small talking cigarettes. Soon you'll have a family, can't keep losing money. Everything is slowing down, but I just wanna keep running. Keep running. San Francisco's dead, taken over by the internet. All the clubs are closing after all the artists left. The tickets won't sell, everybody's moved on. Baby, you can wait it out, everything comes back around. Everything comes back around. Everything comes back around. Oh, oh, oh. Buying groceries and credit, royalties forget it. IRS on my back and I ain't even made shit. Staring down the barrel of another 4 years. Nothing's changed, same debate between fantasies and fears. Falling farther into fascism, we need a revolution. Put a pole glued to your screen, sedated in a debtor's prison. Every year the fire's worse, this technology's a curse. This problem's too big for me, we're evolving in reverse. Some try to deny it, others try to fight it. Some simply accept their fate, others try to buy it. Move to the suburbs where you feel safe. Send your kids to the schools where they all look the same. Everyone looks like their parents, now I feel like one of them. Skinny jeans, plaid shirt, beard and bun, Converse, bawling my eyes out at the Pixar movie that opened and sealing up, really fucking ruined me. You're the wagon car, you're the wagon car. Oh, 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 oh. You're the wagon car, you're the wagon car. Oh, 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 oh. Staring at the second hand, feeling like a grain of sand. How am I supposed to finish this? Attention's like a goldfish. Yeah, so that's the wild card. And let's see, let's get another one going here, huh? Let's get another new one. I don't actually have a setting for that, but that's okay, because it's just a bit of reverb and delay. Yeah, so this one's called Lost Summer. And oh yeah, there it is. I got it. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. And I would program a drum beat for it too, but I don't need that. Yeah. Let's get this capo here. Yeah, this is another new one. And would you believe it? I wrote it during the summer. And I think I'm actually going to play some acoustic on it. There we go. Whoa! Gotta get some strap locks for this thing. Okay. Alright, now I'm feeling ready. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. I was saying, no matter how I rearrange this room, I always end up getting myself all kinds of tied up. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, this one's just about the last year. I'm actually going to start it up a little higher. Oh my God, this must be the longest year. Lost summer fantasies turn to fears. I don't know what day it is, weeks or months, maybe years. Feels like we're only going backwards. The wind is still on a warm summer night. Little Sims on a city grid under the neon light. Panoramic hilltop bowls in the parking lot. Ruby red eyes, lonely up donuts. Drove for once to the fort, that was all you got. And the truth is, it's the music, it's my friends. I miss the magic that sweet thought these times will never end. Busting speakers in my mother's minivan. Spaghetti western painted desert stalled on the salt flats. Panoramic oh, ruby red eyes, lonely donuts. Drove for once to the fort, that was all we got. And the truth is, it's the music, it's my friends. I miss the magic on a trash can, tambourine strapped to my feet. Busking at the foot of the Fillmore Creek. There's no music being now. Skies covered by smoke-filled clouds. The kind of world should be inherited by the meek.
Woo!
Thanks.
Thank you, Jeremy. This is one of the songs that you wrote last year, right? The summer of last year?
Yeah. We're recording that actually next week. I going into the studio doing a COVID safe in-person session next week. So yeah, we're working on another record.
Well, that's exciting.
I'm so stoked.
Oh my gosh.
It's like all I can think about.
Yeah, I mean, so do you have a name for that specific song yet, or
That one's just called Lost Summer. Yeah, we're recording like 10 or 11 tracks. We've like never really played as a band together because it's been a little hard to get together as a band the last year. But
oh my gosh, you guys are gonna have so much
getting
fun.
tested and potting up, and
Yep.
like you can record remote, but it can take a long time too. You know, you got to like send it to them. With the exception of the way McDowell did it, which was very impressive. Most of the time we're still like emailing stuff, which is great, but it takes a week or two to get drums for a song, a week or two to get, and it's been a few months by the time you put the whole song together. I'm like, let's just go in and bang it out like in the before times,
Right. I know. I just like, it's crazy. I've talked to all my friends. I've talked to a bunch of the musicians that I've interviewed about this, but it is so crazy to think back to live concerts and festivals and just imagining and trying to remember like the vibe that's there and like feeling the bass in your chest, or like just having a stranger be nice to you, or even if they accidentally elbow you like in the eye socket, like it's okay. Like we all just miss that so much.
Miss getting that elbowed. Yeah.
Waiting 30 minutes and missing part of a set in a porta potty line, I wouldn't give, but hopefully looking ahead, because like right now I'm zooming in, I'm StreamYarding from our wine and music studio in downtown Napa, and like we took what we used to do, which was the in-person concerts within our tasting room on the weekends. Like tonight we would have had, a late night show for a couple hours and would have been a full house. And hopefully we'll get back to that soon. And we're going to have you. It'd be awesome. I think we talked about this last time too, but it'd be awesome if we did a collab with you and then the Rainbow Girls and like had all of you guys in here.
Dude, that'd be so fun.
Oh, it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
But hopefully that'll happen soon. But in the meantime,
we'll get there, right? At some point.
Oh my goodness. Well, how has everything changed for you, Jeremy? Like since I last talked to you, I know things had already been different for a few months, but like between July of last year and now, like has your creative process changed?
I'm just focused on recording now. I mean, I was like, definitely. I mean, I'd make records too. I was in like a half dozen bands before the pandemic, and I was just gigging. I'd be gigging 4 or 5 nights a week in various projects, not just in King Dream. But that was kind of my whole income, was kind of playing as a live musician, And then I went back to what was nice. I was very lucky when the pandemic hit. That I was able to start teaching again. I I worked for a company called YPI, and the lady who runs it, Leela, she was like my music teacher in grade school. So she's like my second mom. I've known her for, over 20 years. And so I was teaching over Zoom, and then I'd always been wanting to learn how to like run Pro Tools and how to kind of engineer and mix my own stuff as well as other people's. Mm-hmm. So, Jonathan Kirchner from Combrio, he plays bass in Combrio. Mm-hmm. I think they've played Bottle Rock at least once or twice before. Mm-hmm. So, he actually just had a Pro Tools lesson with him this morning. So, it's been good for getting my organization,
Right.
in place. And also, like, that's been super useful because, Rainbow Girls will sing harmonies on people's other people will send us songs for them to record on, so I can engineer that and mix that a bit. And also they're recording some stuff here with me, and then I'm recording my own stuff. And my buddy Maz, who plays like all these kind of Eastern instruments, he's been recording here. So yeah, it's been nice to kind of like step in and be useful as an engineer, basically.
Yeah.
Just trying to find a way to be useful with music,
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it can feel a little useless. I'm like some people say musicians are second responders. I'm like, I'm kind of a last responder. I'm like, I'm a healthy, like 30-year-old dude. Like, I'm probably one of the last in line to to get a vaccine. So
Right.
not offering, not like a frontline worker or a teacher or anything. So it's at least nice to feel useful to like my pod and my community of musicians in that sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, in some ways, I feel like musicians are very much like without physical contact frontline workers, because you're in the not physical but the emotional and mental sort of aspect, the frontline workers, of keeping us all freaking sane. Like, I honestly don't know how the fuck I would have been able to keep on keeping on the past year without music. And
That's great to hear. Or I mean, not great to hear.
Well, no, I mean,
makes me feel valued and useful now.
yeah, no, and it's one of those things where I've heard from a lot of different artists, like, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, like, is it a good time to put out music? I don't know. Like, this is a weird time. And for the most part, all these artists that I've interviewed, they did. And it was for good reason, because they wanted to put out these emotional sort of diary type, lyrics. And whether they were created during or at the beginning of the pandemic or not, a lot of times it was crazy how it lined up. Like, these releases were coming out that were really emotional, and it was at the beginning of the pandemic. And for some people, it just was a coincidence that it kind of matched the vibe of the beginning of this craziness. But for you, I think that I can't wait for, especially like Sean's stuff that I know you're kind of helping with, and then any other stuff in the future. I'm sure it's just going to get better.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that we've been recording. And yeah, I feel you were like, I've kind of had run through that the whole process. It just gets weird about like when to release your music. Like, you'll kind of work so hard on, you'll get over the finish line, and then you're like, now what do we do with it?
Right.
And also, like, yeah, just being an independent musician, so much of the excitement of releasing music in the world is like the release show, and like getting to it's like it can help get more people out to your show, and it's great to just like celebrate it being in the world that way. So I sat on stuff, and then and now I'm like, this year, that's been my goal for this year. It's like, I just need to put this stuff out and keep moving forward with it. And yeah, sharing it so people can actually hear it too, and hopefully it feels relevant for them
Heck yeah.
in some way. Yeah.
Wow. Do you want to do another song, and then we'll chat after?
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely. This one's this is one we're gonna record real soon. We're gonna record this one next week, and it's actually an older song that I'd written a few years ago, but I don't know, it just feels kind of right now to play. So this one's called School Kids. Did we have to travel all of this way to get to where we started and have nothing to say? If I could go back all those years ago, we were still school kids. and we had nowhere to go. Remember how we dreamed with blue eyes open wide, the days and nights of rambling across the great divide. Guess that I lost track of all those years ago. We were still school kids in all the places we'd go. Oh, but time is on your side. You don't need anybody holding you. Tell me what to do when you once become a crutch. Your perception starts to skew, and you're too young to be so weary, and it's so easy to be blue. Would you still go back all those years ago, when we were still school kids? Are we where we'd wanna go? Oh, but time is on your side. You don't need anybody holding you. Tell me what to do. Oh, but time is on your side. You don't need anybody holding you. Tell me what to do. The same old fear, year after year. Dreams disappear along with your friends. You used to know I can feel the end. Call me and I feel the walls closing in. We've spun our wheels all over this town, only to come back around with a different song. The same sound. Did we have to travel all of this way to get to where we started and have nothing to say? If I could go back all those years ago, when we were still school kids, are we where we'd wanna go?
Woo! Thank you, Jeremy. So you wrote that a couple years back?
Oh, I might have written that one 5 years ago, but I was never happy with the bridge lyrics, and I rewrote the bridge lyrics during quarantine, and then I'm like, you know what? I think it's done now. And yeah, you know, and I think it's nice
soon?
too. It's like playing live music so much. You're always kind of like trying to pick the most high energy songs for
Right.
your set, and like so much of your record is determined by what you're gonna want to play live and tour. So this is kind of like a time where you're like, let's just think about what's the best song. Now it's like not what is the most banger,
Right.
high energy track, that's gonna keep the like EDM heads from bass heads from wandering away in the furry costume.
You know
what I mean?
Image that I just had. I don't know why.
Yeah, that you're like, we drove.
I had like
You
a
drive
fest-
2,000 miles. Yeah, you're like playing in Wisconsin at like
Right.
11 a.m. and there's like someone who's just like been up on like, Molly all night, and they're like still in a furry. It's like.
I literally
Trying to figure out
pictured
what's
basically
going
what
on.
you just described. I like as you were saying that, I was picturing like a semi-empty, like stragglers remaining festival, like the dirt, but with empty stepped on beer cans.
Yeah.
And then I was just picturing someone in a furry just like stepping on the beer cans and walking away as you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of context, but there is context to it.
Okay.
Can you explain RTZ and golden handcuffs?
Golden handcuffs. Yeah. So my friend Sierra, we both we were just talking about like being, like around 30 and like living in California. Like I've lived in the Bay Area pretty much my whole life. I made as far as like Santa Cruz for college.
Right.
That's as far as I've been outside of the Bay Area, like living, living wise.
That banana
and,
slug life.
Yeah, slug life. Yeah, and she just had described it as like, it's a golden handcuffs. It's like, just feeling super lucky to just end up being born in a place that so many people kind of like can,
Never
can
leave.
take a lifetime to figure out how to get here. Yeah, or it's hard to, it's expensive in California, that's, you got to figure out a lot of ways to get your ass over here. So we're kind of just
Right.
being lucky to like, wow, I just ended up being born in a place I love. How lucky
Right.
is that,
Well, and I think you said it in like one of the articles that I was reading up on, but like right now specifically, it's such a unique and also strange time to have this sort of reset within all of our lives without leaving. Like you're
Totally.
in the same place, but like things are new
Yeah.
and different and evolving and
Yeah, maybe it's like this age. It's kind of like the Saturn's return kind of age, anyways, for me at least. So like that, yeah. Just and I feel like so much too. You're wanting to make a change in your life is coupled with kind of moving somewhere new or like you get a new job or something. That having that be your vehicle for making a change in your life and just staying in one place. Still
right.
having
So-
time to reassess what's working. And a lot of musician
Exactly.
friends too who were touring a lot kind of at like a pretty DIY level who are like maybe like when that comes back they might not go back into that because they're like that wasn't actually super healthy for me. And
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways it has been that strange and unique time that has also like planted the seed for people to really be introspective about what actually is working or what wasn't working that they didn't even comprehend was detrimental or just not lining up with what they value. And I think a lot of people are to the point now that we're about a year into this where we're really taking a step back and being like, okay, so what have I really taken for granted my whole life that I've now realized over the past year is important.
yeah,
But speaking of those golden handcuffs, why are handcuffs kind of like souvenirs?
oh God, I have no idea.
They're made for tourists.
Oh,
Cheers.
that's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Cheers to everyone.
You got new jokes every time too. I was watching the other ones this week. How many jokes would you say you've like told on this show?
Oh my gosh. I should go back and no, it'd take way too long.
Hundreds, right? Like hundreds.
Oh yeah. Well, because I've done probably like almost like 150 shows at this or more. I don't know at this point.
Wow.
But I would say almost in the thousands.
Oh my God.
At least things that I've written down. Because a lot of the shows, I like have these jokes that I just don't do. And it's like a graveyard of jokes in my little portfolio.
Just saving them for a rainy day.
Yeah, exactly. But, speaking of rainy days, like I normally would tell all these clever jokes that I have about umbrellas, but they usually go right over people's heads.
It's good. All right.
Oh boy.
There we
Let's
go.
get into let's do 2 songs back to back. How does that sound, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to
Yeah,
everyone who's tuned in today. You can check out King Dream's music on the links that are posted below. In addition to our amazing, easy to love wines at jamsellers.com/buy. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you, Jeremy. It's so fun.
Oh, thanks. It's
interviewing
great to
you
see you
again.
again.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, all right, this is another new one. I'm just trying to make a totally different set list from last year. This one's called If It's Magic, It Must Be Real. And I wrote it on tour maybe a year or so ago. At least it started then, but the lyrics have kind of come to fruition. But it's about not giving up on the dream. My band's called King Dream, so I can't really give up on it, right? Anyway, here it goes. Maybe if it's magic, it must be real. Time keeps turning like a whirling wheel. Life keeps spinning like a disco ball. The brighter you burn, the farther you fall. Maybe I'm begging, set my spirit free. A tiger in a cage, I need relief. How do I become more than I am? So much more I don't understand. This dream, because everything, the more you don't, the more it means. Otherwise, why are you living? Better than most ain't good enough. You played your hand, they called your bluff. Compromise until you believe the lie. But everyone's soul has a price. This dream, because everything, the more you don't, the more it means. Otherwise, why you living? Different but the same. Call it by another name. Is it fate or is it timing? Stitched in that silver lining. It's the worst, it's the best. Every day put to the test. records. If it's magic, it must be real. And, alright, this next one, it's called Wish I Could Call You Now. And, I've got a couple versions of this one coming out this year. I did this with my full band before the pandemic last February, and then I also recorded it as a duet with my fiancée Caitlin from Rainbow Girls, and we recorded that at Hyde Street in one afternoon early on in the pandemic. And it was super fun. We just did 4 songs live acoustic without ever going into the control room, just staying in our own zone. There it is. Yeah, it helps you get a starting point with the harmonica. Anyway, so here it goes. Thanks again for tuning in, Neil. Oh. Driving on lane, rain pouring down, Jim James singing the hillside song, thinking of the women that I've loved best, the one who waited east, the one who went west, wondering about the time when I pass the line. What it's all about, is this love never runs out, darling, I will love you till I die. However, whoever you are in my life, I wish I could call you. I wish I could call you now. You're gonna spend your brightest years counting on love that never appears. Then you're gonna panic and settle down with the next best thing to come around. Darling, I've been here all along. I had that fear, but now it's gone. They don't know you like I do, don't know what we've been through. I told you I would love you till I die. However, whoever you are in my life, I wish I could call you now. I wish I could call you now. I wish I could call you. I wish I could call you now. I wish I could call you. I wish I could call you now.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks.
Today has been so much fun reconnecting with you after like however long it's been. I'm
Yeah, like 7
months. Yeah. But with that being said, I hope everyone who's tuned in today has enjoyed the music as much as I have. And if you have, definitely check out King Dream on your social media platforms, on major music platforms, especially since Return to Zero is now out everywhere, people.
Woo!
So awesome. And I can't wait to see what else you have in store. But when it comes to those 2 songs you just played, do you have a little background story for one or for both of them?
Yeah, let's see. Well, I just did Wish I Could Call You Now, and before that, I think was If It's Magic, It Must Be Real. Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah, Wish I Could Call You Now actually is one of the songs. I wrote that in like 10 minutes. That was kind of like, I guess John Lennon had like a lost weekend. I had maybe like a lost 6-month period. But, you know, sometimes some people like write when they're walking around or running. Like lyrics come to me when I'm just driving. So it was like, I was driving, it was night, it was raining, and I guess I wrote that song before Ryan Adams was canceled, because it was Ryan Adams singing a heartbreak song was the original line, and then he was canceled for being a creeper, weirdo guy, and so then I was like, well, I don't want to make people think of that, so I changed it to Jim James singing a Hillside Song, which is the secret track on My Morning Jacket's 2015 album, The Waterfall. I'm a big My Morning Jacket fan, as you might have guessed from that little nug. And yeah, it's just such a straightforward song. I don't know. Some songs, you know, take years and you're figuring all the special chord progressions, and sometimes it just like pops right out. So I feel like it's kind of like I'm always chipping away at these crazier songs, and then in the meantime these kind of like simpler songs will just pop out of thin air,
right?
And it's actually ended up kind of being a cathartic song to kind of like, since we got back together and now we are engaged and now we can sing the song together, so that's cool, because like I could definitely say it'll be weird, and maybe other people have had that, where it's like you'll like write a breakup song and then you get back together and then you're like, well, what do I do with all these breakup songs I just wrote over the last few months as my heart was broken. And
right.
So, yeah, it's been like, I'm kind of stoked to finish recording this album, and it's like kind of a full circle of like we've been together for like 8 years and been broken up for like 6 months, kind of like halfway through that, maybe after like 4 years. So
okay, this
next record is kind of a document of like starting from breaking up and getting back together and kind of rebuilding everything. So
yeah, lots happened.
Feelings, you know, it's like feelings, man.
Yeah. Well, with Valentine's Day coming up, personally, I always get Halloween and Valentine's Day confused, because they're both about candy and being something you're not.
I proposed on Halloween, actually. It's her favorite holiday.
That's awesome! Yeah. Wait, so are you telling me, Jeremy, are you engaged?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, we haven't made yeah.
Oh, I should have done like a spit take. Like, oh. What?
Yeah.
Well, cheers to that. That is amazing. That's an accomplishment, like, between when I last talked to you and now.
It's true. It's true. I was not then.
Dang. Well, but then with that being said, to all the ladies, gents, all the people out there who aren't getting the V or the D on Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's A.
Oh my God, Valentine's A.
There's no V or D in that one. Oh boy.
Who's Alan, and is he a lucky guy or not? I don't.
Hey.
Hey. Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Well. Oh, it's been a pleasure as per usual, Jeremy. Can't wait to see what else
Thanks for having me
happens in
back.
the future. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Like I said,
everyone out there.
We got to get Rainbow Girls and King Dream. We got to get it all happening in person eventually. It'd be so much fun.
That would be awesome. I'm hopeful for the fall, but I mean, I'm also kind of curious, like, if we just keep this quarantine thing going for like a few more years, like, I just want to also, like, what jokes are you gonna be telling if you're like doing this like in 5 years, you know, and we're still like quarantined together?
You know,
I'll just be straight from the bottle at that point, right? We'll just be
yeah, there's gonna be no champagne flute anymore. It's just, well, the doctors, they do tell you like 1 glass of wine per day is heart healthy, but they never really specify what a glass is. Like a glass could be a bottle because it's a glass.
You're right.
Technically.
You're right. It is. It's a glass bottle.
You know, if we get to that point, maybe we're all just gonna be thriving. I don't know.
I'm just trying to get my thrive on, you know? Just trying to get my thrive on.
Wow. Well, so we're at the hour mark. We've got a
Oh, man.
skedaddle.
It went by so fast.
I know. Do you have a jingle for Valentine's Day for all the single/not single folks out there?
A jingle for the single.
A jingle for the single and
I just
mingle.
want to do something special. You know what was funny was, I'm a big Flight of the Conchords fan. I guess this isn't really a jingle, but I like got one of those sponsored ads for like someone's new song, and they said they had like a lyric, you know, it's like a heartfelt kind of like Americana song that's like, a kiss is not a contract. But so, I don't know. Are you a Flight of the Conchords fan? They have the song that like,
I know what you're
kiss
talking
is not
about.
a contract, but it's a very nice thing to do. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like, yeah. And I was just, it just made me think of that song. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of a kiss is not a contract.
You know, and I mean, even for the people at home that are single with, if they have a pet, that's like, you guys can hang out and like, just give them like a treat, and then you have your extra glass of wine and hang out. Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation. Like, it can be a friend. I feel like Valentine's Day, it's also a reason for like chocolate companies to like make a lot more money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, just appreciate any of your loved ones in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic or your pet. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
what I think.
And especially as you want to avoid crowds anyway, so.
Oh boy. Well, Jeremy, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I was getting all ready to do one more song, but I think we're out of time, right?
No, screw it. Just do it.
This one's called Oberon. I was like 2-1 or 1-2-1-2
Yeah.
1. I should have one more song to go, ready to go. Yeah, this one's Oberon. This one, I don't know. It's just been fun hanging, and I wanted to play one more song, so I don't want to say goodbye yet. So here it goes. It'll be coming out this year, if I have anything to do with it. Exits on my hands, I play a rock and roll band. I'm fronting, I got nothing, that's okay, you understand. We were teenagers living on favor. It was all so simple, but these came in layers. Mausoleum. Oh, the candy corn. Mausoleum. Mausoleum.
I put you through the ringer. I'm sorry, my dear. On me is over. Our future crystal clear. Mausoleum of the candy corns. Mausoleum, mausoleum. When times get rough, I want you to run. I'll stand my ground to the band on this wall. Titania, you are my queen. Happy, you are my queen. Happy, you your name on my lips, you in the moonlight, lady eclipse. Two hearts entwined, you and me for all the time.
Woo!
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks for letting
you.
me play that extra song.
You got it. And that was Oberon?
Oberon, yeah.
Okay. And that should be out hopefully
dropping,
soon if you have anything to do with it.
Yep, dropping sometime 2021. Probably
Yes.
fall. Probably
Oh
fall.
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the whole album out in the fall. It's time.
Looking forward to
Time
it.
Time
Well,
Records.
In the meantime, between now and then, everyone who's tuned in today, thank you. And you can find King Dream's music. You can find Jeremy's music on the links posted below. And find our wine at jamcellars.com/buy. Thank you so much for joining us for today's Jam Happy Hour with Jeremy Lyon, a.k.a. King Dream. And thank you, Jeremy. It's been so much fun.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, it's great catching up. And
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hope to see
Hope
you soon.
to see you soon. Yeah.
IRL maybe we'll do.
Yes.
Get one
Bye.
at the venue. All right. Bye.